Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony Chimmel, the GOAT of ring announcers. And you're listening to the Marks Podcast on YouTube.
Is that a puppy?
That's my puppy.
Fucking puppy.
I love that the dog has all the color schemes.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, Gerard told us he was getting a puppy, and his big prize on the show was going to be a fucking puppy. Welcome to the Marks Podcast. I am Dan.
Just so you know, we ended last week telling people I love puppies.
No, they didn't catch that part because she cut it out right on time.
I had to prove myself.
You're a damn fool. You know that?
I was not available for last week's show because I fell asleep because I had assumed that we were going on 7 o'clock my time, and I'm dumb because I lose track of time very quickly, so I fell asleep.
Tell the truth. You had the weed sleep.
No, by the time I woke up, I was already, everything was already done for, and it was very sad.
You had the weed sleeps.
It was. I plead the fifth on that. I don't smoke weed. This is my dry.
You don't inhale it.
Yeah, I don't inhale it. I just take those. What do they call them? The little girl puffs where you just kind of pretend. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm Dan. That's Gerard. That's the kid Jacoby, and we're going to be talking about some wrestling today. Why today and not tomorrow? Well, because we're going to watch the fucking Seattle Seahawks whoop that fucking ass. That's why.
Sad. I would like to say that the Broncos got cursed. I don't know what voodoo magic happened, but, someone casted a spell on our quarterback, and, we had to fumble against the Patriots.
Wait. Hold on. 3 doors down, fucking Brad Arnold died?
Yep. I'm here without you, baby.
That sucks, bro. That was my fucking dad back when I was a kid. And he's only 47?
Yeah, he had cancer, I think.
Oh, that blows, bro. That fucking sucks. All the penis.
Now we're all here without him, baby.
You're such a dick.
Yeah.
So that's sad. Jar gets a puppy, and the lead singer 3 doors down passes away.
Yep. I guess that was his kryptonite, huh?
You're such a fucking little shit. You know that? You really are.
Hey, take them.
I apologize.
You know what they have in the wake? 3 doors down.
You're such a fucking. Both of y'all are fucking. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna talk about wrestling.
Dude literally just died. I'm sorry.
Fucking cocksmith. So this is a wrestling fucking podcast, both of you shitheads. So.
Oh.
Yeah, the corpse isn't even fucking warm yet or cold yet.
See, this is what happens when Trips isn't here to fucking mediate and moderate the fucking program.
I know. Why isn't Trips here? What's going on?
He's sick.
Oh, that sucks.
She does live with him.
The shitty state of wrestling has poisoned Trips. That shitty Royal Rumble.
Hold the fuck on. Hold on. That Royal Rumble was fucking something, right? I don't know how I feel about it, but whatever. But Monday, I think we got one of the best fucking promos we've ever gotten ever out of fucking
really.
Well, I will say this: out of the modern class of entertainers, yes. Keywords out of the modern class of entertainers.
And Jacob, I said out of him. I didn't say ever. I said out of Roman Reigns, we got probably one of his best promos.
I severely disagree with you only because of just like how, again, we're gearing up for CM Punk versus Roman. Again, we all thought this was going to be Roman and Cody number 3. I'm glad that they diverted and went to this route, but
if Seth Rollins doesn't get hurt, if Seth Rollins doesn't get hurt, do we have Seth and Roman?
I think so. Yeah, I think if Seth doesn't get hurt, yeah. But it's just the whole promo was just again, I was so baffled because Dave Meltzer said that it was such a great promo.
And fuck David Meltzer. I have nothing to do with David.
And it was just not you have Punk out there And then you have Roman bring up Colt Cabana's podcast, which a podcast that's dead, that doesn't exist anymore. That's 14 fucking years old.
Which okay, but that leads to like how long he's been holding on to this. I felt there was some fucking realism to this fucking promo.
I mean, you say that, but then like he cuts like CM Punk's like, oh, you learned from the best, and then fucking Roman with the worst delivery I've ever heard anyone cut a promo ever.
I thought it was good. I'm sorry.
I learned from you.
Okay, hard take. I don't think CM Punk is as great as they fucking say. I don't think in ring he's great. I'm sorry. He's kind of sluggish to me. And look, I'm not saying I don't like CM Punk. I do like CM
Better
Punk.
Than Roman.
I like Roman more.
Well, I'll put you like this.
Oh, come on, man.
Bro, he's earned it over for me.
No, dude. That fucking when he was like, "Oh, I learned from you," and started fucking fake laughing like he was auditioning for Scooby Doo. It was fucking horrible.
You can talk all the shit you want, but Roman is far more fucking likable and entertaining than fucking Punk. What does Punk do?
Punk, he talks about his wife and his dog that's no longer with us. But
okay, so what the fuck does he do?
That's the thing. But like here, Roman is just like he always relies on the same shit. Like it's just I'm the tribal chief.
Yeah, how's business going for them right now with Punk on top?
Does it? Are you really gonna put that all on Punk though? Like is Punk?
He's look, I'm sorry. He's like, what has he done? What has he brought to the fucking?
Is
stage?
Punk really supposed to be the guy to?
Yes,
like,
he's supposed
like
to be.
Yeah, okay.
That's how he calls. That's what he calls himself.
Is Punk that guy anymore? No. But who else are they going to put that world title on?
Roman.
No,
Roman was champion.
He never shows up.
Let me tell you one thing, and you guys, I'm hoping you both understand this. What you saw Monday night was a masterclass in promos. Both of those guys could go out there. It could be the Iron Sheik versus Iron Mike Sharp. If those two could cut the promo the way they just cut the other day, the wrestling part of it almost would take the backseat to the promo.
But what you feel from that shit, right, is you got a fucking guy in fucking Roman who feels like he's been slated over and over and over again over the years because Punk left, right? Punk left and left the fucking void. And say what you want, but Punk set his ass at home for fucking 10 years. Then he went to AEW.
I'm sorry, when was Roman ever slighted over these past years? When
the fans have hated his fucking guts.
He was listen, no.
Hold on, let him go.
No, when was Roman ever slighted by booking? There's never been an example.
I didn't say booking.
I'm just saying, like booking, the whole shebang. There's never been.
Hold on, Gerard, go ahead.
If
booking the whole shebang, man.
Jacob, if COVID doesn't happen, Roman doesn't happen.
I don't believe that.
100%. No, I agree with Gerard 100% because
hold on. If Roman didn't
want to get more cancer, so he stayed away, and then he came back.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if fans are in the building during the bloodline buildup, it does not get nailed.
Yes, it does.
100%.
Hold on. Time out before it becomes me and Gerard and me and Jacob and fucking everybody fighting because I know that Jacob is worried that, for the record, me and Gerard fight with each other, but we love each other. It has nothing to do with fucking, like, look, we just fucking were very passionate about this shit. Jacob, it's okay. We can have nice things. Your parents aren't fighting right now.
I know that, but I'm not. I love everyone having nice things, but you gotta think about this realistically.
So here, realistically, here's my thought on fucking Roman. He was slighted by the fans for years because he was put in a position where he couldn't be himself. Let's be honest, right? Who was booking Roman back then? Fucking Spike or Spot or piece of shit, whatever the fuck you want to. Fucking Paulie Walnuts was booking fucking Roman for all this time, right? And nobody wants fucking suffering succotash. Nobody wants that stupid shit. They wanted him to be himself. All right. When I was look back and I like to watch the old documentaries and old episodes, right? Roman got over. And hear me out, Roman got over when he beat leukemia. It went into remission. He beat it, and for the first time, he wasn't Roman, he was Joe. Okay. So then he goes off, he comes back during the whole Fiend thing, the Fiend and Strowman fucking program, which I was pissed off at Roman then because he took the title off my dude. Fucking dude, Bray Wyatt, all day long. Bray Wyatt all over this fucking room. Bray Wyatt fucking tattoo. Bray Wyatt is my dude. But he took the belt off Bray. and I didn't like him, but I learned to like him because he was finally being himself, much like, and Gerard, we talked about this earlier this week, a cousin of his who nobody fucking liked. They gave him 30 seconds of fucking mic time to be himself, and old Dwayne got over. Roman got over because he started being Joe and Hawaii more and less fucking Roman Reigns.
And you know the thing about that I'm glad you just brought it up is the fact of The Rock can still out-talk Roman, but Roman can out-wrestle The Rock. So you have a balance there. The thing with Roman is this, almost a Jacob point. Depending on who he's in the ring with, who's cutting that promo opposite Roman. Because if the guy cutting the promos is bad, Roman can't. I don't think Roman's good enough to pick them both up. But when somebody on the other end of the mic can bring Roman up, it makes Roman better.
Well, and also to what Leland fucking said, I'll put it up. Hold on. At that point in time, everybody was so into fucking Bray, and everybody was so into the fucking the Fiend character. Fucking Bastion Booger could have come out. Fucking the modern day Maharaja could have come out, and they would have been like, "Oh fuck yeah, we'll take this fucker." Gilbert. Anybody could have come out because at that was the downfall for Goldberg because Goldberg had to win because he had to be a fucking superhero. Look where that turned out for you, you fucking dick.
I'm just still baffled. Like, oh yeah, we had to make Goldberg look great in fucking whatever year that was when he beat the Fiend. Like, I'll still never understand that.
I will say this: the best Goldberg ever looked was when he took out Brock Lesnar in what, a minute?
Survivor Series.
What would it last? A minute? That was probably
that's the thing.
Should have been his retirement.
Yeah, that should have been his fucking swan song. I'm done.
But I'm saying is, and Goldberg didn't look great because of Goldberg. Brock Lesnar made Goldberg.
Brock Lesnar could have broke that motherfucker in half. This is
you could be a solid fucking plank of wood and be, sell good for Goldberg.
but I'll say this: fucking Brock, as Corey Graves puts it, he is fucking Pat McAfee put it. That motherfucker is the alpha male of our species, and I'm not a fucking ashamed to say that is the pinnacle of a fucking monster right there.
Well, let me put it like this: there's one guy right now who I would say
Oba.
Would you say Brock Lesnar was the reincarnation of Ahmed Johnson? Because Ahmed Johnson.
Oh God, please don't even fucking. Ahmed Johnson was fucking horrible. He was trash.
No. I'm just saying
what he did.
Size-wise.
No. Fucking Farouk fucking bitch slap him, and Farouk was kind of fluffy at times in his career, but he made fucking Ahmed look like a bitch.
Because I'm saying Omar Femi is Ahmed Johnson on steroids.
No, Obafemi is what Ahmed Johnson's fucking wet dreams are because Obafemi actually has talent. Obafemi can fucking whoop your ass. Obafemi is a bad motherfucker.
And just ask Kit Wilson last night.
Man, I mean, it's sad that Kit Wilson had to be sacrificed, but it was.
Was it a sacrifice? Hey, but here's the key words. Was it a sacrifice, or can they put him someplace else because of what he did?
Oh no, Kit Wilson's going to be the guy who he's going to be the Santino. He's going to be the butt of the joke.
Is he
I'm a feminist.
I'm a feminist. It's the great dude. Honestly, I was hoping that he would show up in the Royal Rumble. Not like I was hoping he was going to show up in the Royal Rumble, but like wearing like a full bodysuit like the women were wearing. You know how fucking great that would be. That would just be so.
Unfortunately for you, Saudi Arabia does not allow that stuff.
Oh, I know.
It's not like America. He
would have stoned his ass.
Huh?
Yeah.
It would have stoned his ass.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's one of the reasons why MVP wasn't allowed on any of those shows. Like Chris Van Vliet did an interview. He's like, oh yeah, no, I used to be a Muslim and now I'm not. They would have killed me straight up. He's like, that's one of the reasons why I didn't go.
Which is kind of funny to where Sami Zayn being a Syrian heritage.
A Syrian? What's a Syrian?
Syria. You know the country Syria?
I know what the fuck you're saying, but Syrian?
Yeah.
Fucking, we're gonna create 100 greatest fucking.
My cousin had a cesarean pregnancy. She had a
C-section. Yeah, she had a cesarean pregnancy.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
I'm sorry. of Syria. Whatever. He is a Syrian descendants.
And I think Leland's right. I think he's going to have a smash win. They're going to try to put him in that Chelsea Green role, but fuck that. Chelsea Green deserves better. I keep going back to the Royal Rumble. Like, she is so fucking over, and the girl can fucking wrestle. What more do you need?
She was the only one in that whole crowd. In that whole crowd where the fans, like in the women's match at least, the only person where they sung along to her theme song.
Yeah.
Like as soon as she entered, like the whole crowd was into it.
I pledge allegiance.
She's Canadian,
the United States of Chelsea.
That's what makes it great, though. It's like she's the greatest
Canadian.
United States, the greatest United States
Canadian.
champion ever who's Canadian. It's beautiful.
And her song.
Give Chelsea Green everything. I mean,
give her fucking flowers, bro. Come on now.
I would give her everything if I could, but it's
which ain't much, Jacob.
There's not much, But
Matt Cardona would break your little ass in half if you.
I mean, again, I feel like I could kick Matt Cardona's ass.
Say what you fucking want. That motherfucker had some matches with fucking.
Oh yeah, he had all those matches. Look what he did in the Rumble. Came out for fucking a minute.
Yeah, they're fucking him over in WWE. But
he's done. He's done. He's never.
Who's that motherfucker from the King of the Death match? Who was that motherfucker with a pizza cutter? Nick Gage. Fucking Nick Gage and him had him. He made Nick Gage look good.
Park retard. I'm sorry, man. Fuck that.
I know that his teeth, dude. Fucking Nick Gage's teeth fucking creep me out. But
he's a fucking creeper, dude. Again, I know he does a lot of great stuff for trans rights, all that bullshit. What did Jim Cornette say? I've seen that motherfucker live. He is a creepy motherfucker.
What did Jim Cornette say about Nick Gage? He said, "This guy wears a fucking bandana to the fucking ring for every match when he couldn't wear it when he was robbing that bank. What the fuck is wrong with him?"
Addicted drug robber. He's the bank addicted drug robber.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. No,
but again, I think Chelsea is way over. But she's not going to get her fucking opportunity. I'm looking forward to fucking Asuka and Kyrie. I think that could be interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
here's the thing. With Asuka's age, okay?
Don't even start with the fucking age shit.
Yeah, Gerard kind of has a point here, though.
Is she going to start winding down to be at home with the kid and stuff like that? And Kyrie's going to
have kids?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. I think she has a teenager, if I'm right.
Oh, that makes sense. She's like, what? Like, how old is she? Again, I'm not discounting his age.
I think she's 40, 41, 42, something like that. But my question is to give Kyrie the spot because where does it go? Because the yelling and stuff like that.
Well, her husband's coming into fucking WWE. Fucking what's his name? Evil. Her husband's name is Evil, but he's coming into WWE.
No, he's gonna be Legion or something. He's gonna be Vile. That's what he's gonna be. He's gonna be Vile.
Read this.
Did I not land? I'm sorry.
Well, listen. What's he saying that's not true right there?
Okay, but I liked him when he had.
Yeah, the fact that again, Dan, I love you and I love your takes on Roman, but like this promo with Punk and Roman.
I'm not saying it was the best ever. I enjoyed it because there was a sense of fucking realism, and you know me, I love fucking.
I know, but like you say, Roman was held down by Punk. In what way was Roman ever held down by Punk?
I will tell you this: it was the best promo cut by somebody in the ring where John Cena wasn't one of the people in the ring.
Let it go, Bostoner. John Cena fan.
He's 100% right. Like, again, it took...
When the fuck did you get on fucking Gerard's nuts? What the fuck?
I'm not getting on Gerard's nuts. I'm just saying, like, you have to look at the facts here. It took 8 years for Roman, like what Leland just said. It took 8 years for Roman to get comfortable in the ring. And it took cancer to do that. I'm sorry. Like
it did. Look. I will absolutely agree with you. The fact that it wasn't cancer, it was leukemia. Leukemia softened the fans to him when they hated his guts, right? But then he really went over, and he went over because of Heyman. Let's call it like it is. Heyman being in his corner, being his fucking advocate, giving him advice. Look at this fancy motherfucker with his glass of wine. Anyway.
No, that ain't. It's grape juice.
You can tell it's all over your fucking lips. But no, like I think
totally like spilled it, dude.
He did. I think. I've learned recently that it's down here. You don't put that shit up here. You keep it here. If you're gonna drink your fucking drink, don't be a fucking new money, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Got lemonade Capri Sun. It's still around.
But no, okay. So back to what we're saying. I think that it was absolutely because of Heyman took the time. and really help groom the motherfucker. I think that, the Tribal Chief character, I think it was good enough to go 3 years. You wanted to see him get beat, right? You wanted to see him lose.
Thank you, Anthony Adrian. Thank you.
What do you say?
I mean, I know what you're getting at. I know what you're getting at, but no COVID. We don't get Roman. We
don't get no Tribal Chief.
We don't. You're right. And I agree with that to an extent. But
I just said it. You told me I was wrong.
No, I disagree that that's the only reason. I think that there had to be something.
The only reason.
Because COVID ended, right? COVID ended, and he was still fucking he just accelerated, moved up. He ran the roster twice, motherfucker. How many times? Him beating Kevin Owens, who's one of my favorites, right? Him beating Kevin Owens. How many times became a meme at this point at the Royal Rumble?
And that was good. You're saying that was good.
I love the character that he became. I love that. Look. There was everything I didn't like about him. He made me start to like. I'm a fan of Roman Reigns.
I'm glad you are. And here's the thing.
People are calling you wrong, Dan. I don't believe it. They're calling you wrong. Hey, listen. Roman is about to tie Hulk Hogan. He's about to tie him.
Number of WrestleManias?
Yes.
Okay. I don't see a problem with that.
No,
there's a huge problem with that.
No,
Why?
main event WrestleManias.
Okay.
So think about it. Should Roman be in the same class as Hogan? John Cena is not even in the same class as Hogan when it comes to main event of WrestleManias. Okay. Undertaker. Think about it. The guy went 22-2 at WrestleManias?
And how many times did we bitch about him and how many times we bitch about Cena?
All right, well, here's the thing, though. With Cena, Cena has the merch and, the history to back that up. I can name...
you just said, Jacob, is the number one reason why that guy should have headlined more.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I can name you fucking 5 John Cena shirts right off the bat. I can not name any Roman Reigns shirts. I can name you 3 great John Cena main events. I can't name any fucking Roman Reigns.
Really, Yak? Really? Fucking Yak? Really?
Hey, hold on. Look at this one.
All right.
Roman mic skills have improved, but Punk's mic skills have levels above Roman.
And that's the thing. That's my problem with this. That's my problem with this promo with Roman and Punk. Because
time to fuck out. I agree with that. I'll put it back up. Hold on. I agree with this. I 100%. But if you look at the body of work, right? Punk has told better stories up to this point. I've watched him from back when he was in fucking TNA, when he was in Ring of Honor. We had matches with Raven, all this other shit. I can't get behind him anymore because I'm sorry. Father Time hits everybody, and Punk just doesn't. It doesn't. I don't know.
The thing about I think him and Roman are 4 years apart. Okay, but I'm saying is the fact of Punk has always one of his best qualities. He's always been able to talk on the mic.
Maybe it's the fact that I don't like Punk as a fucking face, man. I don't like him.
No, I'm not talking about the in-ring work. I'm talking about cutting the promo. Punk on his promos can come across heelish, even as a babyface.
I don't know. I'm not liking it.
And that's the best. This is because everyone was going off about this promo like it was the greatest fucking thing.
I don't think it's the greatest. I think it's one of
I know, but
best.
people were even calling it good. I think it was stupid. I think
if you agree though, it's one of the best promos.
It's one of the best. It's one of the best promos they've had in a long time. Yes. But look at what they're up against. How shitty it's been since then. We have Roman again. Roman just coming out there and even again, Roman loses just bringing up the fucking podcast in general.
But hear me out. This is why I enjoyed this. Okay, and I think you being from this fucking generation, and for those of you who are new and never watched it, we have Gerard, who's back when the dinosaurs first started wrestling, and he was there with Frank, with Gotch and fucking all those guys wrestling. He was actually at the first wrestling match between Abraham Lincoln and a bear. He was there in the crowd. I'm more of the middle ground, Attitude Era, etc. And then we have Jacoby here, fucking our favorite little Maharaja, who was there at the birth of the C Nation. He was a little Cena fan. I know he loves to admit that now. But, no, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's the best promo ever. And for Dave Meltzer, he can go fucking eat a dick to sit there and say that. It's not. You're settling for hanging fruit. What I will say is, in his career, this is one of Roman's better fucking promos. And I love
he was in the ring with.
No.
The promo next to him.
The reason why the guy in the ring, because he had a personal issue. There was a personal beef. When he left,
that's what makes it better.
Shut the fuck up. Hold on.
I can't believe that this is really personal. Like, you mean tell me that Roman really gives a shit?
No, not now. Not fucking now. But what I'm saying is he's feeding off past experience. When Punk left, what did he do? He went scorched earth on everybody. Ryback, Roman, Seth, Vince, big fucking Triple H's fucking bullshit, all that stuff. He went off on everybody, launched a fucking nuke, and dropped it on everybody. He went on his buddy at the time on Cabana's podcast, and he fucking ripped shit. It was a two-parter. I listened to it plenty of times. It was fucking amazing. I loved it. Everybody was waiting. It was a really good fucking look. But that was the last credible fucking episode of fucking Art of Wrestling there ever was. But there was some beef there. Roman had a legitimate fucking gripe that, dude, you said you brought us up. You did this. You brought us to the main roster. Yeah, he wasn't Chris Hero. I get it. He wasn't his guy, but how is Chris Hero doing right now? How about it? How's Chris?
He's a producer in AEW. He's
fucking. I'm sorry. Chris Hero was never as big as they tried to. Cassius Ohno was fucking trash in WWE. I'm sorry.
What? Oh no!
It was shit.
Let me ask you a question, Daniel. This last comment, okay? He brings the best out of everyone. Drew, Seth, Roman. They all hit him, and they cut great promos against Punk. Here's my question for that, okay? When you can change and flip, and you become better because of one guy, because you're going against that one guy, what does that say about that one guy?
So he's an anomaly to me. I think
Punk's in the world.
I think Punk's mic work is amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but the problem is
he's all damage Ono.
Yes, Cassius hell damage Ono. Fucking the problem I have with Punk is that he's the reverse of Bret Hart. I love Bret Hart. Bret Hart is the most amazing motherfucker in the ring.
Couldn't cut a promo to save his life.
He couldn't cut a promo to save his life. And I don't see that. And the problem I have with Punk is it's so fucking like I don't.
Punk in ring is not the best.
That's what I'm saying. But I want both, fucker. I'm desperate for one guy to do both. And Roman has made his moveset decent.
Give me one who can. Give me one in the course. Give me
Chris Benoit.
Who could cut a promo and do the ring work? That's what
we haven't had one. Not since fucking Perfect or Piper.
Put it this way. Jake could do both.
Yeah, but Jake had fucking his own personal demons.
No, but I'm just saying.
What's sad is there is one guy who I always felt.
If you fucking say who I think you're going to say,
no, Jake.
Hold on. I'm going to be sincere in this moment, and I really I want you guys to listen to me. All right. So there was a guy back in the day. He won Tough Enough, and he was really good in OVW. This guy named Matt Capitelli. And if you watch Matt Capitelli's promos, if you watch the way he worked in the ring, I think he would have been one of those guys. Now, especially nowadays, he would have gone up because, I'm just saying, same thing. Guys like that, guys like Matt Capitelli. I'm gonna throw another one, Lance Cade. You guys remember Lance Cade?
Dude, Lance Cade was fucking no. I'm sorry.
Lance Cade was great in the ring.
Trevor Murdoch was.
Trevor Murdoch is great. I will. Trevor Murdoch is a great throwback.
Now I'm talking about right now. Give me somebody now who's worth the fucking.
Oh, right now? Okay, right now. I'm like Richard Holiday.
How about Joe Hendry?
Joe Hendry, yeah, I say Joe Hendry.
What about Boba Fett?
You want to tell me who's the other one? Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay, that's a bad motherfucker right there.
He can cut the promo
he's done for
us. He absolutely does great. You can't tell. You're going to tell me that Will Ospreay can't fucking wrestle?
He can wrestle. He can't cut a promo.
Really? Swerve Strickland?
Swerve Strickland's great.
Let me ask you a question: is Swerve as good without Nana?
No, Swerve was always going to be great.
Swerve was always going to be great.
But Will Ospreay is not a great
just that shine. John Nana brings that shine to his.
Will Ospreay sucks as a promo cutter.
I'm going to put it like this.
Adrian, that I can actually agree with. Punk ring is not the best because he's getting older. I get that.
Yep.
Timing.
But his matches they don't. Okay, you want to know my favorite? Hold on, time out. I don't even like. Look, I don't even like the 365 days of championship Punk. Those weren't my favorite. You want to know what my favorite was?
432, by the way.
Whatever. Fucking best in ring work and best fucking mic work. SES. the Straight Edge Society was the best running gimmick Punk ever had. When he played fucking Evil Jesus and had his fake ass Mary Magdalene and fucking had Luke Gallows, fucking y'all pick up on that, and fucking Joey Mercury. Yes, that was his best fucking time, and they never capitalized on it. I'm bitter.
I agree with Dan with that because again, they've never capitalized on that. That could have been some real money because there were times where motherfuckers were that was like the last times where like people were actually throwing trash like at the wrestlers like when they came out to the ring.
Well, he came out and he was pretending to be Jesus, and he slowly let his beard grow out, and even his fucking chest hair and everything. He was just a dirty fucking piece of shit.
Think about it like this. When was the last time the internet actually talked about a promo on Monday Night Raw stealing the show?
Okay, are you really going to go back to the fucking pipe bomb? Really?
No. I'm just asking. When was the last time?
We haven't had it in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
AJ Lee?
That's kind of where I'm at. Well, yeah, AJ Lee coming back was for like the wrong. We're like, oh, she's
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that promo. I'm talking about the one she cut 10 years ago where she destroyed every woman on the roster.
Come down and say it to my face.
Say it to my face. Say it to my face. Oh my God, fucking the Bella Twins. By the way, I hate that they're back now, and it's unfortunate.
Remote.
You all fuckers made this happen.
Yeah,
you. I'm not saying you two. Yeah,
this is Arizona.
I don't give a shit. They could be from fucking Timbuktu. I don't care, but it's just like no.
You're supposed to know. You are obligated, Jacob.
You're gonna trash them,
Jacob. You are obligated to love the Bellas because they're from Arizona, just like Gerard loves John Cena.
Well, okay, no, they're from Scottsdale, Arizona, and like that's a bougie ass fucking part of Arizona where they're all fucking stuck up, anyways. And again, like we're talking about the Bella Twins here, and the fact that Brie Bella got the loudest reaction out of anyone on that show.
There was nobody on that fucking women's card.
That's my point. It's like they really.
I don't know if her reaction was as big as Chelsea's.
Okay, yeah, Chelsea got a great reaction too. I'm not going to say that, but then we had Powerhouse Hobbs,
Royce Keys, bro.
Royce Keys.
No,
and then I had to call. I called Jerome.
No. Okay, whoa, Adrian, slow your roll. Slow your fucking roll. No. What did he say?
Is he at the level of Hogan, Stone Cold, and The Rock? No. And I'll give you the biggest reason why. Hogan, Rock, and Rock, and Stone Cold busted their ass to get their way, and the fans jumped on their backs naturally.
Yeah, but see, I think that the reason why
quote any Roman Reigns promo. Can any one of you quote a famous Roman Reigns promo? Can you name a famous Roman Reigns match?
I still think the one that he did with fucking the Usos and Sammy, where he said, "You're not feeling Usi."
My favorite one is when he accidentally said,
wait a minute, Sami Zayn.
When he accidentally said that word when he was talking to Seth, that was great.
Yeah. But Sami Zayn put that promo over, not Roman. So you can't even go.
Well, Roman. When he accidentally said the N word when he was talking to Seth, that was great. He was like, "I'm on God mode now." Like when he accidentally, they're like, "Wait, did Roman just say it?"
I don't even know if Rock is on Stone Cold and Hogan's.
I don't believe that. I think that, and that's the issue I have with the fucking Rock. He was a big deal, but he wasn't as big a deal as the Rattlesnake. And look, I don't like Hogan. I sympathize for his death. We've talked about that. I thought AEW handled that poorly. It took me a long time to start watching AEW again.
This is Tony Schiavone.
Real American Beer is discontinuing them.
Yep, Tony Schiavone here. Hulk Hogan died tonight. All right, so we have Powerhouse. We have Mark Quinn on Collision.
But yeah,
why do you make fucking Schiavone? Because you're not wrong, but why do you make?
Okay, it's not Schiavone's
fault. Hold on. You make Schiavone sound like he's fucking introducing the Muppet Show. Hi, everybody!
I mean, isn't that what he sounds like when he fucking
They didn't have it when Jacob was growing up, but you remember the movie, the show they used to have in the morning called Romper Room, where the girl would. That's Tony Schiavone with a little circle spinning, telling people, "Oh, I see Tommy and I see." That's Schiavone.
Fucking Schiavone.
I mean,
You know what we didn't talk
Get
about
paid.
enough? We didn't talk about enough, I think, is speaking of fucking Shivani and fucking all that, the Devon Dudley fucking JR shit.
We talked about it a couple weeks
Yeah,
back.
but like, did we? Do you think there's some validity to that? Because he's still harping on that shit.
I'm going to put you like this.
Who's harping on it, Devon or JR?
Devon.
Relevancy.
Okay, here's the thing with you got to look at it.
Relevant.
You got to look at it like from my perspective on this. Like, okay, it was always like, you know, like why wasn't it said, you know, then, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you had to play the game. That's what Devon was saying. Like, oh, you had to play the game. You can't really say anything about racism back then. But now it's become a thing. Like, okay, this was always known, and that, you know, and again, we're talking about JR, who's like, can we just agree he's not all there these days?
Would you both agree one thing? If this was so true, Bubba Ray by now would have been more on it than Devon is. Because
Bubba Ray does not know how to shut the fuck up. Bubba does not know how to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but
now it's just kind of getting to like, there's a podcast called Devon and the Duke. There's a guy who has a podcast with Devon, and they're basically like milking this to like get podcast views, at least like from my perspective.
I knew a guy from the Panhandle of Texas who was doing some similar shit, but we don't talk about that.
Well, it's just more like it's just kind of like. It's like, what is Devon trying to get out of this? Like, really, like it's like, okay, what's the point of this? Because realistically, like, wouldn't you like, don't you guys know mutual friends? Like, can't you guys get in contact with each other?
Why though? Because it draws a number.
I'm pretty sure
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's totally for numbers, and that's just kind of like weird about it because like. Because again, like JR is not going to comment on it because what? Like you're picking a fight with JR. Like,
here's my opinion about this. Regardless of what went on with him and JR, Devon was booked pretty good in Vince's eyes. So why keep random on this? JR cost Devon not one.
Don't bring Vince into this shit. Fuck Vince.
No, what I'm saying is
the Reverend Devon. That was a great gimmick.
No. I'm saying is
call my name.
I'm pretty sure he didn't lose one penny.
No.
Not one penny.
No.
Because that's why I say his tag partner would have said something a little bit more that we would have heard about by now because he's a free-spirited guy.
Here's the thing I feel about, and I'll just say it. I think that Devon is full of shit with a lot of things. I think that he always thought he was the better brother in the Dudleys. I think he thought he was the more entertaining. And I think for a long time it bothered him that, in all honesty, when they were put by themselves, it was fucking Bubba or Bully that got over more. I'm sorry, but that Aces and Eights Bully Ray gimmick got over. People liked it. I enjoyed it myself. I mean, for what TNA was putting out, I enjoyed the character. Devon was always going to be the fucking Janetti. That's just what it was. And I think.
Well, and again, we're talking about fucking Devon. Like, I remember, I'm a TNA fan. I remember when they had the whole Aces and Eights storyline, and they were revealing like, oh, who's going to be the masked man? Oh, who's going to be the first reveal? And literally the first reveal was Devon. And this is like a Bound for Glory, and like literally you could hear like the wind suck out of the fucking crowd because they were like expecting some big old reveal, and it was Devon.
Hey, Jacob,
hold on. Answer this question. Gerard, I'm going to put this towards you. What you got?
I'm going to say this. You don't have the quality of the people in there.
I'm going to go feed my dogs. I'll be right back.
You do not have the quality of the wrestlers in that ring anymore to put Roman above.
And I'm going to say the same because, okay, go back to Hogan, right? We'll start with Hogan.
Yep.
Sergeant Slaughter, Roddy Piper, the Ultimate Warrior, the Undertaker, Ric Flair,
Andre,
Macho Man Randy Savage, Andre the Giant. Yeah. That is the caliber of opponent he had. Now, most of them weren't black because we talked about that. Hogan would only wrestle a fucking black man on the fucking every leap year. That was just in his contract. It's fucking ridiculous. We talked about Bad News Brown, whatever. You're the one who brought that to my attention, you dick. But let's move over to fucking Austin. Owen Hart. Savio Vega, Jake the Snake. He had a rivalry with fucking Jake. Really, Repo Man, fucking Repo Man.
Put it this way, Austin makes his career off one of the greatest.
I'm not gonna say his fucking name because he's a piece of shit. But yeah, say what you want. Say what you want, but VKM by far was one of the greatest heels of all time. And Austin rode that fucking train, and they did everything he did, and that's why Austin was just a better.
And think about it like this, and Auntie, I want you to remember. I want you to think about it like this: Austin gets that credit off a 5-year run. Hogan had a 40-year run. Austin's in the same discussion with Hogan.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
You know, you think about that: 5 years to 40, and Austin's in the same discussion as Hogan.
John, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong.
So I'm just saying is the fact of we always compare. We you know the mountaintop there. You go Andre, you say Hogan, you say Flair, you got Austin. Austin did it the least amount of time.
Okay, so tell me this: why was it that Cena, who had a fucking plethora of fucking
23 years,
who had a great opponents, never will be on the level of a fucking Hogan?
Because the level of the opponents that he faced.
Horse shit.
And also because
he couldn't wrestle.
Yeah, that's it. He could talk, but he couldn't wrestle.
He could talk all day long, but he couldn't wrestle for shit. And I'm not knocking Cena.
It was the same 5 moves.
I respect what Cena has done. All right, let's call it what it is. I respect everything that John Cena is done, but I know he can fucking wrestle. He proved that with AJ Styles. And it was a bittersweet match to watch him and AJ Styles because I watched it. This motherfucker can actually go. And what did you do? And the match he had with Cody, the last one. What the fuck?
Where was this? Where was that earlier in his career?
And if you tell me that your favorite motherfucker in the world, VKM, told him to wrestle the way he was, why? Why? You had, and John Cena, you literally had the prototype. You had a guy who could go. Motherfucker, you just proved it. But you made him do the lightning fist and stupid shit like that. He didn't have to jump off the fucking rope. He was
coming up the top rope and doing the leg drop off the top rope. When he was doing stuff like that, in matches like that, depending on the quality of the opponent, you wanted to watch the match. Here's my thing. He was there for longevity, but I don't believe his in-ring work lasted.
But he was capable of it. That's it goes back to fucking Hogan and fucking New Japan. Motherfucker could wrestle. But
him and Stan Hansen in Japan? Oh, well, those matches never happened in America. But I'll tell you this right now. Hogan could sell for the right guy. And you know what? Just go back.
As long as his name wasn't Tony Atlas, right?
Just go back and look.
As long as his name wasn't Tony Atlas, right? It was Mr. That was a good promo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Austin versus Hogan. Who's greater between these two? Okay.
So what are the factors? Are we talking about longevity or actual fucking legit fucking like that's the man?
Worker, I mean, Austin clears Hogan in every sense of the word.
If we're talking
Hogan's best 5 years,
okay, let's break it down. Jacob had a good point. I love that. Let's break it down. As a worker, let's go in that factor. Austin, hands down. Yep. Austin was a better worker than Hogan ever was.
Yep. Charisma?
Yeah, I mean,
charisma,
yeah, Austin. I mean,
charisma is fucking Austin.
Because it's two different types of charisma, though. Like Austin, they both kind of like have their own swag.
In my opinion, by the time Hogan got to the heel point of his career, it was almost corny.
If you took the five best years of Hogan's career and the 5 years of Austin's career that we watched, are Hogan's best 5 better than Austin's?
Okay, I got one for you. Hogan put a company and built it. He built it on his back. The WWF was built on the back of Hulk Hogan. Steve Austin saved that company.
I agree. But it's also more like, again, we're looking what you just said, 5 best years of Austin versus 5 best years of Hogan. Hogan was like mainstream in the way of like he appealed to families, like kids still to this day will say that their hero growing up was Hulk Hogan. And then we get the other aspect with Stone Cold, a lot of teenagers, a lot of women, a lot of that aspect.
Jacob, I'm going to say the people who loved Hogan in the 80s were bringing their kids to see Austin in the 90s. So
Yeah.
Hogan's best 5 years, those teenagers were now turning around and bringing their kids to see Stone Cold.
Yeah, but,
Yeah,
see,
but
and the damn
I
shame
mean-
is the guys that that grew up on Steve Austin were bringing their kids to see John fucking Cena.
But here's the thing though, with Hulk
But they never
Hogan,
saw him because
Hulk Hogan, barring Hollywood Hogan, his act gets stale every single time. Stone Cold,
the yellow and red was
fucking-
not a thing.
And
yeah,
that's why
like
that's
Stone
why I'm
Cold,
saying
you hit
for-
the glass in any era, he's over. They know exactly who Stone Cold is.
You know what? Okay, you know what? There it is. There it is. That is definitive. You know what, Jacob? Perfect. You hear that glass shatter, even now in 2026, that fucking crowd goes off.
Yep.
Now, hold on. They will
I'm going
look,
to ask you another question, Tim, before you
hold
go
on.
on with this.
They will look past Steve Austin's faults well before they will look past Hogan's. And we've talked about it here. This is
Yep.
not new. Hulk Hogan said racial fucking slurs and said horrible shit. Okay, it is what it is. Steve Austin hit Deborah. But they will damn sure look past Steve Austin's faults well before they'll look past Hogan's.
Let me ask you this. And take away all personal things. Hogan's best 5 years in red and yellow. Do they equal
No.
his 3 years in NWO?
No, because it was fucking weird out. It was weird motherfuckers who were trying to cut themselves a skullet to be like Hogan, which I've seen that. Why would you do that? Why would you ever cut yourself to have a skullet?
No. I'm saying to you is Hogan himself. Does his best years as red
No.
and yellow?
No, not even close.
They don't come nowhere close to his
would've
best years in NWO.
No.
The reason why he changed from red and yellow is because of how stale it was at the time, and even like if we're looking at again Hollywood
So
Hogan
his
as a
best 3
character,
years as NWO was better than his best 5 years.
Yes.
Red and
So
yellow.
even,
yes,
but
but
even that.
we're
So
looking at it-
we're in agreement that the Hollywood Hogan gimmick was better than the red and yellow, right? We're in agreement there.
100%.
In
But
the amount
like,
of
if
years.
we're looking at it, that's all it was a gimmick.
Okay.
There's no great Hollywood Hogan matches. There's not a
There's
single.
not. There's not.
Correct.
But what I'm saying
there is
is,
one. There is one. Him
What?
and The Rock. Him and The Rock.
Okay,
That
but
wasn't
like,
a
you gotta
great
look at-
match.
That
It was
wasn't a
just-
Hollywood Hogan match because the fans wanted to see red and yellow Hogan.
But he came
That's
out as Hollywood
like-
Hogan.
Okay, hear me out. I can hold on. So we're in agreement that Hollywood Hogan trumps red and yellow, right?
For only but one match.
Character-wise, yes.
Okay.
Character-wise, yes.
So you're saying that, okay. Even we can agree that Hollywood Hogan was never cooler or better because Steve Austin in the ratings, in the numbers, beat Hogan. Steve Austin beat WCW. Therefore, Hollywood Hogan will never be as good as Steve Austin. There's
And
your
I'm of the
definitive answer.
firm belief if you put Hogan and Stone Cold in that match at WrestleMania, you don't get the same reaction that you
No,
get.
I think it had to be The Rock. I'm sorry. And as much as I don't
It had
like
to be
it,
The Rock, but I'm just saying if you put Stone Cold and
he would have
Hulk Hogan in
overshadowed.
that
He would have
same spot,
overshadowed Hogan.
That's what I'm saying. It would have It wouldn't have worked. That's what I'm saying. The reason why it worked, and again, this is credit to The Rock. That's what I'm saying.
The Rock is he's a beautiful showman. I'll give him that. He's not a wrestler to me. He's a showman.
I'm gonna
And
put it
again,
like this. Triple H to me-
I agree with Dan on that because again, like there isn't really that great.
You can
Rock
define
match
like you can
Hunter was a
define,
better performer than Rock was.
in ring perform. I'll agree with that.
Absolutely.
I think he was a better technician, but he couldn't speak for shit.
No.
Again, you look at that like you could put people into categories. You have the Hogans and you have the Flair kind of category. You would absolutely put Steve Austin. You could put him in the Hogan category, but the motherfucker could just wrestle. He was good. He was a better in ring performer. All right. The Rock, you put that in the Hogan category because he was a performer. There's a difference between a performer and a fucking wrestler. Just like there's a difference between, like, that's how they try to fucking change it up. This is one of the biggest flaws I have in WWE. We have superstars. We don't have wrestlers.
One question for you. Are these days gone? And I want you to put it as the last comment. They're gone. They're done. I don't think anybody down the pike will have that.
No, I don't. But I don't.
No one's gonna have that mainstream like crossover.
No, they'll be bigger. They'll be the larger than life anymore. We're not going to see that guy. We might not ever see this guy again.
I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, the last person that I really saw like that was Cena, because Cena was on the fucking Kids' Choice Awards. He was like,
I'm talking about the level that Austin had. Austin had kids.
No.
But
I'm just saying, like, again, like even then that was kind of diluted. But like, no,
Austin was not. Austin, like, look, and that you gotta understand, Jacob. You weren't even a fucking glimmer in your dad's eye at that point.
Oh yeah, I was just in my dad's nutsack.
Not even that. We don't know how many he did before you.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, Steve Austin, Jacob, he was on Regis and Kathy Lee. He was in fucking cartoons. He was on fucking MTV. He was women loved this. Women wanted it.
Celebrity.
He was on Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh my god, that was
Celebrity Deathmatch. Yeah, there's literally nothing like that. And like Dan just brought up, I just watched American Dad. Like American Dad just had an episode there's an episode where Hulk Hogan shows up, and it's fucking like it's amazing because you see the silhouette, like the characteristic. They don't even need to say who it is. It's just like, oh, Hulk Hogan.
But what I'm saying is Steve Austin had a fucking marketability that no one ever had, even more than Hogan.
You know what's sad is he still does. Austin still has it.
Cena, unless you're a wrestling fan, you don't know who John Cena is. Now he has hit a level of that with his acting stuff. Peacemaker is amazing. You know what? If we could have actually got more of the fucking personality that he did as Peacemaker and as when he was in the fucking Suicide Squad, I would have loved seeing him. I would have liked him. I thought he would have gotten over a lot better.
Hey Dan, can you do me one favor?
I agree with Dan with that because again, Peacemaker.
Can you send that damn son my way?
No, but Peacemaker season 1 is one of my favorite, like fucking my favorite.
I don't. Okay, so here's the thing, Adrian. I don't consider Roman to be a megastar. I think I enjoy him as an entertainer in wrestling. I wouldn't even call Roman a wrestler. All right,
hey, you know why? He's not an all-around guy. He's not a Hogan. He's not the Austin. He's not the Cena's.
But
when I say all around, I'm talking about. He doesn't do the stuff outside the ring that those guys did outside the ring.
No, I'm sure he does. That's the thing. Let's call it like it is. I'm sure because he's done the Make-A-Wish shit, but he's not. He's never gonna be fucking. He's never gonna be to that level. So why even bring it up if he's never gonna be to that level?
Tonga is a better fucking wrestler than Roman Reigns.
Oh, agreed. As I said, I don't think Roman is a wrestler. I think he's a fucking entertainer. Right? He falls under that.
It's unfortunate because, like, again.
But what I will say is this. He is over. Like, he is beyond over.
Who's over more, him or Cody with the crowd?
Roman.
I think Cody's losing it a little bit.
No. The moment you realize that Cody was not as over as Roman, I'll tell you right now, SummerSlam between Cody and fucking Solo, when that fucking da-da-da, and you hear the fucking da-na-na, da-na-na, and he comes out, the way the crowd reacted, and then you see them set up, and they do the fucking setup for him and him to team with Cody. They were more invested in Roman being there than they ever gave a shit about Cody. And the thing about Cody is, it's great for him to go for the chase. You got to finish the story. And that's great. You finished the fucking story. Well, now it's over. When the story's what is the perfect... Okay, what is the ending of a story? You finish the story, close the fucking book and move on. What they should have done is they had Cody go for about 6 months, maybe 4 months as a fucking babyface, turn the motherfucker heel. That's what CM Punk did when he was champion, and it worked out beautifully.
And to answer this guy's last thing, I want you to hear me when I say this. Is Roman the last megastar?
No, I don't.
If they do Braun Breaker right.
Oh, God.
No. When he takes off, if they do Logan Paul right, and I can't believe I'm going to say it, but Logan Paul, could be the mega star.
Was it me and Jacob or me and you?
I'm so glad. I'm so glad Gerard said that.
Hold on. We're forgetting somebody. 2 people, actually. And I don't think one of them is going to be a megastar, but we're forgetting. We're talking about the vision. Let me break something down. If he can get the stink of Gerard's favorite fucking gremlin off of him, I think he's got the body. He's got the fucking in-ring talent. He needs to work on the mic work. Am I crazy to say that old A-Town Down might be worth the shit?
Yes.
No, Austin Theory rules. I've been a fan of Austin Theory.
The crowd's always going to look at him, and it's sad to say, the crowd's always going to look at him as that the last guy, Vince McMahon.
Okay, and I get that, but you still love Vince, and you sit there and you fucking praise.
I would use that to my advantage.
I would use that. You know what, Jake? I'm glad because that's where I was going to go with it. If I was him, as much as I can't stand that piece of shit, I would go on and I would say, yeah, I am. He knew he saw something in me. Look at everybody he's chosen, and then go down the list. Drew McIntyre, Steve Austin, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and I'm just as better than all of them. And if he were to fucking do that,
it'd be great. But that's the thing with Austin Theory, because literally they put
absolutely no. I'm going to put it like this: Randy Orton's much better than Roman. That goes without saying. Randy Orton's personal demons has cost Randy Orton that mega stardom.
I mean, yes and no, because
what did you just say?
Randy Orton's personal demons have cost him that
bullshit.
Because he's even come out.
I see what he's saying though.
He said it himself. Randy Orton said it himself
in his youth.
In his youth, but that's
at the right time. Yeah, like if he would have
exploded. So 20 years ago. Let's rewind. 20 years ago, if he wasn't the prick.
Yes, I agree with that 20 years ago. But the fact of the matter is, there's been plenty of time. No, because he's had more time away from being a prick than when he was a prick. He's had plenty of time. Look, I've said it on this fucking channel over and over. When you look at the two people in the business right now and you want to make the perfect physique for a wrestler,
Randy Orton and Jade Cargill.
Well, Randy Orton and Jade Cargill, 100%. Now, Randy is the most fluid son of a bitch I've ever. The way he moves in that ring is like he was born in that motherfucker. The way he transitions between moves.
I'm only saying what has cost him.
What has cost him is that as much as I like Randy, he does not have personality for shit. Let's just call it what it is.
He's in the past since he cut that promo on himself.
Yes,
he's done better now.
Yes,
than before.
But he is okay. This is the thing about Ric Flair, and I Ric Flair has fallen the fuck off. But I'm going to say this: Ric Flair could out-talk anybody, and Ric Flair
had the same match every night, though.
But he had the same match every night. Nobody has the verbal acumen of fucking Ric Flair. Let's just say it. Key phrases. My shoes cost more than your house. I have spent more money on spilt liquor from one side of this country to the other than everything that came out of Ric Flair's mouth. Fucking money.
My watch costs more than your house.
Yeah, like the things he would say. Like, my favorite thing he did is Shivani. He looks at Tully. He looks at Arn. He goes, that costs $10,000 right there. That costs $8,000. And he grabs Shivani's tie. He goes, and I don't know what that costs. I would be ashamed to wear it. But again, Ric Flair knew what he was doing because he was living the gimmick.
And he lived his gimmick. Unfortunately, that's why he's broke today.
Randy Orton, for every fucking accolade, everything he's done, there's nothing that you can latch onto. Women love Randy Orton. I know that for a fact. Guys think he's cool, but he's never he never turned that switch.
To get him, and I think the biggest problem with him is, and I'm hoping you understand me, the younger crowd.
Yeah, because he's gotten to a point now where it just doesn't.
Right. And you know as well as I do, you get over with the kids, you're over. And that's what's kept Cody relevant for the past 2 years. He's over with the kids.
Yeah.
Roman right now, is Roman so much over with the kids right now as he is with the younger adults?
I think Roman's over with everybody, but he doesn't.
Is he the 18 to 25-year-old? So, in other words, the kids who 10 years ago were early teenagers, now they're young adults.
You want to know what Roman's lacking to me? Honestly, all he's lacking to me. One, he needs to be there more often. But two, if he can move in that ring like Randy Orton does, he'd be over. Because he can talk. He sells himself as being, look, when he comes out and the fucking crowd goes off, it's different from the fucking yeet shit. Is
he better than his cousin though in the ring?
Oh yeah, Jay's fucking like unless
Jay not that cousin.
The Rock.
Jay is a drunk idiot. Jay is a drunk idiot.
He's okay. So Roman is far better.
Can he get the crowd on him better than the Rock? Though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I stand by that 100%.
Well, here's the thing with Roman. Like again, like the crowd.
I agree, Adrian. Again, you're killing Adrian. You can come back anytime. I like the fucking.
This guy's guys.
He's got a shit.
I would absolutely. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just like, is it more that Roman can get people in, or is it just more because the crowd likes to do this?
No, okay. So this is the thing about Roman, and
I think versus RKO.
Yeah, I mean,
but what y'all are forgetting is they've done that. You know, before for Roman to get pushed to the main event, right? Remember, he was just another member of the Shield. Who was the first guy that put him over? Do y'all remember? SummerSlam. Randy Orton.
Yep, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton was the first main eventer to put over Roman.
Well, and again, it's so stupid because again, like Roman.
Well, we're gonna find out Elimination Chamber. No, Roman don't need to be in Elimination Chamber. But I'm gonna say this right now.
It's so stupid because again, you have Roman and Punk cut this promo, and again, like it goes through all this like avenues. Oh, it's the greatest promo that's been done in a long time. And then, but literally, we're denying the fact that this whole promo, they're just shitting on Drew. Like, and like Punk was like, "Oh, do you really want to see Roman Reigns compete against a guy?"
I'm glad you bring it up, Jacob, because I'm going to say
that. Hold on, Gerard, Jacob. Because Gerard, I think you're going. I'm about to say it, but I think you're going. I think that we're forgetting something on SmackDown. Fucking Drew fucking gave it right back to him. And Drew, I love the transition. And I'll go back to WrestleMania. My favorite version right now, because I liked him when he was NXT. I love that Drew McIntyre. But when he came over, he came stagnant. He was with Dolph Ziggler for a little bit, whatever. He was another guy who got pushed during the COVID era, and then he just started floundering. But then something happened.
Actually, he was pushed as a 3-man band. He was part of the 3-man band.
Way back when. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about his return. Something happened at WrestleMania when he was facing off against. Because I thought he was boring. I thought he was boring as shit. But then something happened at WrestleMania when he was facing Damian Priest. Took his phone, he took a selfie, and he said, "I'm bored at work." And that shit kind of stuck with me. And I'm like, this motherfucker is literally fucking. He is one of the best wrestling trolls I've ever fucking seen. He's a fucking prick. And I think that Jacob, somebody who talks as much shit as you, could appreciate Drew McIntyre's level of shit talk.
You know what I did not like about the promo last night?
In the way of like, I mean, if you see like, you know, like let's say there's a special needs kid that's building Legos, and then like eventually, you know, he builds a tower out of those Legos. You're just like, oh, okay, that's great. That's kind of how I feel when Drew McIntyre like cuts a promo, because again, like this is a guy who I have. They went
to the UK, Jacob, and he goes, you know.
Okay, I don't give a shit. I can go in the middle. I can go in the middle of the Arizona Square and say, "Hey, I'm from Arizona," and take a shit. And boom, I get a pop. But
he basically told everybody, "I'm going to think the only person me." I love the fucking heel.
That's beautiful. Again, like Drew McIntyre sucks. He always has since 2010, where he came out there like
when he was when he was carrying your boy fucking Jinder, he sucked.
No, Jinder was carrying him. That's the thing. Jinder was the lead man of that stable.
Actually, I think it was it was Heath.
One of the things
we don't talk about Heath, but listen, Drew has always been a fucking goober ever since like
hold on, Gerard. What do you think? What do you think about?
I'll never forget. Listen, hold on. I'm not done with my point. I'm not like 2012. It was Royal Rumble. He had a match against Brodus Clay, the one Funkasaurus, and he kept the greatest promo ever. I'm not here to fight a Funkasaurus. I'm here to be a Tyrannosaurus. And then the whole crowd just goes silent. And then Drew McIntyre got 3MB and he got released after that. Then we get to Drew McIntyre winning the WWE Championship. I feel like the world like summoned down like, hey, we can't have this guy win a championship.
Jesus fuck, Jacob.
Because they cast out a sickness among
You're Americans. Saying that the wrestling god summoned COVID to stop Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre caused COVID. I will put that out there. And so once they realized Drew McIntyre was main eventing WrestleMania, they put Drew McIntyre in the middle of a fucking warehouse in Florida where Edge and fucking Randy Orton were sweating around in an empty arena match.
You're right, John, but not many people fucking are, and
So
nobody's.
they have Drew McIntyre win. They have Drew McIntyre win the WWE Championship.
Hold on. And John. To be fair, Connor's no fucking Chael Sonnen. All right, let's just keep that. Let's keep it straight, John.
You can't let him get close.
Now that being said, Gerard. After Jacob's tired.
I wasn't done with my point.
I'm done with the COVID.
We had Drew McIntyre be champion. We had Drew McIntyre be champion. And then he was like, oh, crowd, we're going to point at the WrestleMania sign together. 1, 2. And then the whole crowd like barely points at it. And then, of course,
I got where you were coming from, John, but no, I get it. That was trash. It was what it was, but he plays a better heel, in my opinion. Anyway,
what I was going to say is last night I saw him get attacked by Cody, him get attacked by Jacob. Then he comes out and saying, "Oh, if I keep getting attacked, these guys shouldn't be part." I'm like, wait a minute, Drew. All you've been doing is attacking people.
Yeah, hold on. So you brought up another name. You brought up somebody else, and you said, "Could there be a star?" Fucking Adrian's in the chat saying, "Who could there be a star?" And fucking Jacob's looking for a hero, and this is Short Circuit fucking 2, and we're all chasing the boat, and the Oscars in their boat. And we need a fucking hero, right? We need a fucking hero. What if I told you? What if I threw this one out of left field? What if Jacob Fatu could be that guy?
And what we saw him do last night, and that's what I'm saying. Drew McIntyre showed hypocrisy last night to where.
He's a fucking heel. What is he supposed to do?
But you can't be attacking people and then complain when people attack you. You can't do that.
He's a shitty heel. He's always been stupid when it comes to
again. We're talking about Gerard, who bitches about fucking referees that are not named Gerard.
All right, but again,
hold on, but let me finish.
Okay, but I feel like in a situation.
Wait, who are you talking about, John? Who's 150 pounds jumping in the crowd?
Oh, he's got to be talking about. He's got to be talking about that moron from.
Darby?
Yeah. I'm saying to you like this. Drew McIntyre last night showed the hypocrisy. Now, I understand that's the way the writers put it up.
I agree, Adrian. That's what I was getting to.
But to have that happen last night, but he finally got to talk when he finally got to say the words, the problem from where he was saying it, all right? He had already had Raheem do his promo.
John Richards.
Okay.
Work hard, you motherfucker. Put some bass in your voice when you say that name.
Now, you had Raheem or
that you can't tell me that wasn't funny. Raheem Rhodes.
I'm saying
that was crazy. I'm sorry. Right? That was fucking insane that he said that.
The thing about that, right? The thing about that is it shows you that he sees the fucking forums, he sees the memes, he sees the fucking that he's
constantly
he's the Rhodes version of Hakeem. Okay.
No. Do you know what that's a reference to, right? People like to say that him and that Dusty had a baby. Dusty had a baby, or what's her name? What was her name? Sapphire. And Sapphire and Dusty had an illegitimate child named Cody Raheem Rhodes.
Yeah,
what I'm saying
like he has to have the same exact gimmick, but he brings Lizzo out, and then it's just and then they have the crossover appearance, and then Lizzo's performing.
So wait, you want Nia Jax to be his fucking valet now?
No.
See, that's
my god.
Nia Jax
scares me. Nia Jax coming.
I don't ever want to see Nia Jax dancing around. I'm sorry, that's fucking.
I think Nia can be sexy. Shut the fuck up. I like that. I like Nia's big old.
I need you to reflect on that for a little bit, Dan. But
you like thick.
I like him thick.
But I'm just saying, is the fact of what I saw last night, was.
Trips, if you're still watching, you please agree with me that Nia Jax could be sexy. All right, go on.
What I saw last night out of Drew McIntyre is, unfortunately for him, he almost feels forced as a champion.
I agree with that.
Almost.
But what I'm getting to, and what y'all motherfuckers keep going back and forth with and fucking with me, I think we're talking about new stars. New fucking stars. That's not how you spell it, John. But yeah, I
Ozempic. You know, I'm sorry, I have a terrible singing voice.
Anyway, what I was going to get to is, I think with the way he carries himself, he has a realism that we haven't seen in fucking years. Let's call it like it is. Jacob motherfucking Fatu feels new. He feels different. He just, I don't know, man. Something about Jacob.
He's the reincarnation of what you say. He's the reincarnation of Umaga.
Umanga. It was Umanga. Umanga.
The only thing Jacob is missing is El Mundo.
He doesn't need him. He doesn't need a manager. This is the thing. Jacob Fatu.
I want to like you gotta start paying Armando. You gotta start paying Armando some money for how many times you've mentioned him on this fucking podcast.
Yeah. Listen, if that's the case,
that's the only time he's ever been mentioned.
John, you know everybody. Can you get us in touch with hold on, John, you know everybody. Can you get us in touch with Armando Estrada? Maybe we can get him on the show.
That would be great.
Anyway, what I'm saying is he doesn't need him. And Jacob, you know this. You know fucking his backstory. You know where this man has come from. And it's slowly but surely starting to get out there.
Good point right there.
What?
Jacob is more Afra and Sika.
No, I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, What I'm saying is this. Look at Jacob. Look how he sells. Look how he works in the ring. Look how he talks. The man is money. He's got the Roman fucking effect. When you hear that dun 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 dun, the fans fucking light up. Maybe not as much as Roman yet, but they light up. When he comes to the ring.
Is it because who he's going against right now?
No. Look at Steve Austin, right? Remember when Steve Austin came out, he had that BMF walk, that bad motherfucker walk, right? Tell me that you don't see that same look in Jacob Fatu's eyes when he comes out to. He's not coming out there to be your friend. He's coming out to kick your ass.
And hey, listen. Look at this comment, John. Put the comment John just put up.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
That's like, how much more do you need than that?
Well, there's really, again, Jacob Fatu believes the fucking thing. And again, I've been a fan.
It's not a gimmick for him.
That's what I'm saying. I've been a fan of Jacob Fatu since MLW.
Yes.
He was the MLW champion, and he was the longest. He held that title for like 5.
You know what Jacob Fatu is to me? He's the reincarnation of Haku. Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate because Haku's actual sons look like actual bitches on WWE TV. So that's unfortunate. But,
adopted son.
Yeah.
Adopted son, sorry. But Jacob Fatu, he's always carried himself as a main event star.
Well, so the thing is, if you really, so Gerard, let me just give you some education on Jacob Fatu. Multiple kids, was sleeping on a fucking mattress, been in trouble with the law. This is the only thing that wrestling saved his life. And he credits wrestling for saving his fucking life because he was on his way to fucking 3 strikes and you're out. And he wrestles like that. He wrestles like this is all he's got left. If I don't fucking make this work.
I'll like this. I listen to Jelly Roll. Saying Jelly Roll to music is what Jacob Fatu is wrestling.
Don't you fucking dare bring Jelly Roll into a fucking Jacob Fatu conversation.
No, I'm saying the same thing.
Is Adele for guys.
No, I'm saying to you is what he's doing for his country music right now is what Jacob Fatu is doing for wrestling.
And the way I put it, so the way I put it to Trips is this, right? You have 2 sides of the Samoan dynasty, right? You have, if you look back, right, you have fucking Peter Maivia, and then it comes down to Rocky Johnson and his wife, and then you have The Rock, and then you have the guys on that side who are like, oh, we're good, we're this, they were the good old. Then you have the Romans, and oh my God, But then you have the dark side of the Samoan dynasty. People like Haku. People like Jacob, and you have these guys who were absolutely. You have, and John will say, John right here is in the chat. These guys who like wrestling, they don't wrestle because, it was their dream. They wrestle because it saved their life. They're not doing this for dynasty. They're doing this to put Tonga Kid was horrible. They wrestle because it's what puts food on the table for their kids. And Jacob Fatu goes out there and wrestles like if he doesn't have a good match, his kids ain't eating. And that motherfucker is going to put food on the table. And I love that about him. I love the character. Because if you really look at him, he's not a big guy. I mean, he's stout. He's stocky. He's not overly muscular. He's a motherfucker who wrestles his heart out and it will whoop your ass.
That's what I'm saying. He reminds me of Haku in every way, shape, or form when in Haku's heyday. Because I'll tell you what, Haku or Ming, I don't know who was worse, but I'll tell you this right
It's
now.
the same motherfucker.
No, you get my point. Is the character. Yeah. I don't know which one was worse, but neither one of them would I want to be across that ring from.
But if you look at Haku, and I take a lot of Haku and I insert that into Jacob, but you look at Haku, anybody you talk to, they will tell you he was the nicest motherfucker in the world if you were his friend. He would do anything for you. He would like the motherfucker would give you like he would bite your fucking finger off and put it like look perfect example. He got into the guy at the fucking fast food joint. He got into a fight with the guy, bit his fucking finger off when they got in a fight, put the finger in ice so he would save the finger. Now what motherfucker has mindset to do that?
Haku was the smaller man's version of Andre. Nobody fucked with Andre just because of his pure size.
Nobody fucked with Haku because his fucking reputation. But he wasn't. If you like Haku was like, man, you could say he's crazy, but crazy like a fox is a thing. Look, hold on. There's a guy. I need you to look at this name. You ever heard of the name Zilla Fatu?
No.
I believe that is the son. Oh, fucking Jacob. And Adrian, correct me if I'm wrong. That is the actual son of Yamenga. And Jake and fucking Gerard, he looks just like him. He has a tattoo of his dad right here, but looks just like his old man and wrestles. Fuck. He wrestles just like his old man.
You know what? And I look at it like this, okay?
Thank you, Adrian.
My wife, his Wi-Fi went out, by the way. I look at it like this. If these Samoan, the Heritage coming in, as much as some of us didn't like watching the Heritage because
I didn't have a problem. Okay, so let me clarify.
Another one. Here's my
no. Let me clarify something. And I get what you're saying, but let me clarify. I didn't have a problem with all the Samoans and the Tongans coming in. I had a problem with the poor uses of them. It was a dream for me as a fan, as a true, pure wrestling fan, to watch the GOD, the Gorillas of fucking Destiny, come in and face off what at the time I consider one of the best tag teams ever in the Usos. They had fucking talk shit from across. There were two fucking dogs arguing opposite fences. New Japan, WWE, just barking, wanting to get at each other. Fucking, you look at Tama Tonga and they did the GOD, which like, look, that was basically just like the Shield. They would come out and it was they would come out Gorilla or something like that, Golf Oscar Delta, GOD, Gorillas of Destiny. He would come out and he would do this like Roman, but he would be like, and like flipping off Roman. It was something about that shit, right? The shit that killed me is they come to WWE, they had the biggest fucking, oh my God, it's him, it's Tama Tonga. You know who that fucking is? It's Tom. Great introduction. Fucking flopped it. Why?
We have a thing, there's a thing called wrestling called right time, right place. You have to have both of them hit perfectly. The night John Cena debuted against Kurt Angle, right time, right place, wrong character.
Yeah.
Okay.
That prototype character wasn't going to go nowhere.
Correct. Some of these other guys coming in, they're coming at the right time, they're coming into the right place, but their character, if they're themselves, need no explanation. Let them be themselves. Because if they're themselves, it will go over much more than any flowered up guy that you want to put, because a lot of the Samoan Heritage guys, when they're themselves, how much more do you need to flower them up when they're themselves?
You don't. Oh. And again, perfect example. And I'm going to take it back. This is bringing it full circle. When you allowed Roman to be Joe, when you allowed him to become the tribal chief character, how much more likable was he? I'll take it even further. That's what I'm saying. I want to take it even further. Go back to Dwayne Rocky Johnson. When you allowed him to be Dwayne Johnson, how much more over was he? Right? So when you look at someone like Jacob, who from the fucking jump has come in, yeah, he did the "I love you" solo, and he fucking carried that, but he was himself, right? He was fucking Jacob.
Think about this. Once he let people know what his actual upbringing was like, he's taken off.
But no, he didn't. But he didn't bring that up. It was everyone talked about it.
But then to come out in a minute and say, "Hey, people know what I've done. I know what I've done." To admit,
look, we have more names here. Fucking Leland hitting it right here, right? Fucking Steve Austin, when he was allowed to be Steve Austin, how much over was he? And again, when Farouk and Bradshaw were allowed to fucking drink, smoke cigars, and do them, they were fucking like.
When they were allowed to be, like, how many guys have come out and said, "You can build me a character, but when you let me be myself, I am going to be more over as myself than I'll be over as anybody else. Let me be me." Listen, it's a funny thing about professional wrestling is the fact of the guy. Listen, as much as I can't stand him, The Miz, when they just let The Miz be himself,
again, I don't like this Miz. All right, when Miz was the Intercontinental Champion, and this is way back years ago, and him and Ziggler were feuding, right? When it was him and his wife, wife was money with him.
Yes.
But when you took away Mike Mizanin and his wife, you kind of fucking ruined it. He'll look. The Miz will always be a great utility player, right? You can put him with anybody; he can have a good match. But he'll never be a main event star. Yes, he's a Grand Slam champion, but that was over attrition, right?
Nobody else. It's like, who the hell can we put this on to? Did we get to somebody else? Oh wait, we got this guy. Let's put it on him. And
again, even his WrestleMania main event, which is so big, was so big for him, it was a launching pad for the next year for Rock versus Cena. That's all it was.
And when we go back and like we say, we look, the guys today that can.
So John, there was another guy who was part of a family who had, and you're right, Leland, they do trust the Miz, but there was another guy who had that same fucking problem. And I liked him in the ring. I thought he was a great wrestler, but his demons, we're talking about demons before. A guy that demons really ate up, Teddy Hart, man. Teddy fucking Hart. I mean, what a travesty, right? Because Teddy Hart is so fucking good. John, don't even fucking play with me. I know. I heard about that. And what I want to see, and tell me, John, I want your opinion on this. I do respect your opinion, and Leland too. And Adrian, if you know anything about this, I want Regal's son and fucking Finley to team the fuck up or have a rivalry.
The new blue bloods.
I don't give a fuck. No, fuck that. Because no, Finley's not a blue blood. He's a fucking brawler.
But you know what I mean, though. If they have a new blue blood character thing.
No, fucking Finley could never be a fucking blue blood.
Man, you're not actually defending Teddy Hart, right?
No. I'm saying it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy that a guy that good was such a piece of shit.
Yeah, okay, I'm glad. I posted when Lexus King made a whole post like, your father would be proud. My father would be too. I'm just like, make a whole Nepo Babies story, have Lexus King, Fit Finley's son, Brock Anderson, put Brock Anderson.
Man, Brock Anderson, you know what? That motherfucker's coming along. Say what you want, but Brock Anderson,
he's great. I'm just saying, have the Nepo, have it be the Nepo Babies.
You can, but no. You can have all that you want, but right now, what I want, Finley and Regal's boy to fucking. I want them to brawl. I want them to beat the shit. Look, I grew up watching the Fit Finley versus Steven Regal matches. They beat the shit out of each other.
You know what I'm glad you bring up, because you know what I grew up watching, and it's probably the same category. The Eddie Gilbert versus Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig matches. And I'll tell you,
he wasn't Kurt Hennig.
Well, it was Kurt Hennig.
He was Kurt Hennig.
Dan has a great point here, because listen, they could do something with this, really.
Look, we've predicted some shit on this show that has come true. We've talked about, again, you can go back. We're up to 59 fucking episodes as of today. You go back in some of those early episodes, we talked about Natty Neidhart, right? We talked about who we wanted to see. Before she came up with the fucking Natty Neidhart, the fucking, what was it? The something up legend shit. What the fuck?
Low-key legend.
The low-key legend. We booked that shit fucking months ago, and it's happening. So WWE, if you got someone watching this shit, give us fucking Finley and Regal. Give us the Suns.
Just all they have to do
hold on, time out. Tom, I'm going to go on. You know what, Jacob? You go on rants. I'm going to go on a fucking rant right now. Give us what we fucking deserve. We deserve a motherfucking Regal fucking championship run. We deserve his son to get what he didn't get. Look, talk about your Cody Rhodes, right? Great. You know what? Dusty was a world champion. Dusty had a wonderful time at the top. His son got to become the WWE champion. Great. You know who you didn't fucking do right by? And yeah, he had his own fucking personal demons and shit. But you know who the most talented motherfucker, and I'll put it even past Piper. I will put this man past Piper as far as in-ring acumen, the way he held himself in the ring, the way he carried himself. William Regal is the most deserving uncrowned champion that wrestling has ever seen. I am sorry.
Yes,
and I like
no, 100% right.
Hold on. And I like Finlay. I do. But not even Finlay was more deserving than fucking Regal. Regal deserved that fucking belt. He deserved a decent run. You don't believe me? Even in his 40s, he was having amazing matches with CM Punk for the fucking Intercontinental title.
Yep.
He was
Dean Ambrose too.
Yeah, he was doing business, right? When he had matches with fucking people who consider the greatest wrestler alive right now, and Bryan Danielson, he was taking that kid to school at the time. And I say kid because of the time period. Do right by his fucking son. This group that he's in now, and don't get me wrong, I like Matty Rankowski. I like the rest of them. You do right by this motherfucking guy. He's got the look. He's a handsome kid. The motherfucker can wrestle, and he's got the lineage. Do right by his fucking son.
And you know what I want to say with this? Sorry, Jordan. I'll say this. Like the fact that, like, again, look at that NXT title ladder match they just had. Like, Joe Hendry was the most logistical person to win that match. But, man, look at the top stars they have in NXT right now. Dion Lennox, all these weird dullards. And Charlie Dempsey is still down there. He went to Pro Wrestling Noah. He was killing it. And the fact that they don't have him at least, like, in the main event. The fact
they don't have him in a title picture.
It's ridiculous.
He had the Heritage Cup, bro. Come on, man. And his dad is there.
And what I'll say is this. Like what Dan just said.
John had a question for you. Where is Brock wrestling now?
MLW right now. So he's wrestling with, So here's my thing.
I'm going to say this one thing. Okay? It's a damn travesty. And I think you guys both understand this. That the Enforcers kids are not in a major federation right now. Because I think
they should be the Nepo babies. They should lean into that because it's such a thing. Like now, again, we have Lexus King hanging out with fucking Stacks, one of the worst.
Think about this. I'm gonna throw something at both of you. Okay, what's going on, Chaden? I'm gonna throw something at you. Throw something crazy at you. You bring Brock Anderson to NXT. You get Lexus King to drop the fucking name Lexus King, and you call him like fucking.
Call him Pillman.
Call him Lexus Pillman or something, right? Call him Pillman, and you form a group called the Horsemen. You don't say the Four Horsemen. You just call them the Horsemen. You bring that shit back.
And if you can get Arn back too, because I'm going to tell you this right now.
Arn as a manager.
And I'm going to tell you this right now because he made the Four Horsemen. Without Arn Anderson, the other three don't make it.
Hold on. One of the best promos I've ever heard. It wasn't a Ric Flair promo, but it was about Ric Flair. The most emotion I've ever seen in a promo in years. And I'm going back. We're going back to early 90s. Arn Anderson at Fall Brawl against Ric Flair. He goes, I'm going to go into the ring with the man I consider to be the greatest wrestler of all time. And I'm going to have to leave everything at the door. And the way he just cut that, and it was from the heart. He even said after that promo in an interview that he found a trash can because he had to throw up because it was the hardest thing he's ever done. And he went out there and proceeded to have one of the best matches. Granted, Pillman, okay, that's how far you can take it. Pillman is the one who interfered in that match and helped Arn Anderson win.
Yeah. Listen, like this, you could legitimately draw on all the history with all these people. Like you put Brock Anderson, you put fucking whatever the fuck they're calling the other Finley kid, Connors, and then Lexus King, and then you have Stax Lorenzo.
Fuck Stax Lorenzo,
I'm just saying, like, make these guys the Nepo babies, then you're good. But what Dan was saying with Lexus King and with Finley's kid, like, dude, you could just make, like, vignettes with just, like, Regal, coaching his kid. Like, hey, this is what he's a hard-hitting motherfucker, Fit Finley, and then Fit Finley's coaching his kid. Like, it's a good rivalry, It's
the thing for you,
it is what it is.
Speaking of kids, how do you all feel about one kid walking away this week.
Well, I mean, you know,
Ava.
I really
Can we
think
move on
that,
from this already? I'm done. That's how I feel.
I would think, you know,
Can we move on?
because,
Can we
you know,
move on from Ava? 'Cause I'm done.
Ava really contributed so much to the NXT program, and like I really think that she was out there, you know, just being out. You know, she really had the charisma and like the wherewithal to be out there constantly and just be in the middle of every single segment. You know, like when she was in the segments with Ethan Page and just standing there like a plank of wood, you know, going, "Oh, Ethan, you can't do that."
Do you think it's because
Ethan, you can't do that.
You know who's more
great
entertaining?
teeth.
Do you want to know who's
Okay.
more entertaining than Ava?
Bugs Bunny, anyone.
Ethan Page's
anyone,
song.
anyone.
Ethan
ever.
Page's song. Ethan Page's theme song is more entertaining than Ava.
Ego.
Does she leave because of her dad? Did she leave because of her dad?
No, I think she fucking got the job because of her dad.
She got the job specifically because of her dad. Then she got.
I think she got upset. I think she got upset and she's leaving because of all the fucking backlash from all the stupid shit she said.
I think she's leaving because of her girlfriend. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, you know, we're calling, you know, this is there's the Rock, which is her father. This is the Scissors. So the Scissors, her girlfriend who was a member of
LFG. Say his name, Auntie. We just can't say his name, no.
I mean, her girlfriend who was a member of LFG, I forget what her name was, but she was a member of LFG. She got released like a week before this, and then
you know what?
now automatically.
Let's talk about something more entertaining. Somebody who is gone.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares about Ava?
Fuck yeah.
They put her in a stable with Joe Gacy, who, by the way, Joe Gacy is one of the best like independent.
You better say the right name here, Dan. You better say the right name.
And you have her
Let's talk about somebody. Let's talk about somebody who's gone, and we still don't know if he's going to continue wrestler because he did say his career's over in the E. AJ fucking Styles, man.
You said the wrong name.
I'm not saying Joe Hendry. I'm saying what?
I thought you were going to go right to Tommaso Ciampa.
That was going to come later. Okay, fine. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that first.
I am a big fan of one psychopath, Tommaso Ciampa. And so to see him come into AEW and then to see him come and win that belt from another guy I'm a fan of and Mark fucking Briscoe in a fucking hard-hitting fucking match.
Great match.
Dude, him and
no complaints here on that. I mean, they literally one of the best presentations they've ever had for a debut.
They did in one night what WWE should have been doing on the main roster for fucking years.
I got a blank.
I agree. I just think the theme song sucks. I will fucking like die on that hill because the theme song is super.
How dare you make fun of the lead singer of Three Doors Down?
Did him and Adam Cole ever like? I'm trying to remember if him and Adam Cole.
Really? You don't remember that? You don't remember that? Really? You don't fucking remember that?
Adam Cole ever recover? Because
I think the reason why Adam Cole is fucking in the shape he's in is because of the match with Tommaso Ciampa.
That's what I'm saying. Do they get back together
and fight?
I think. Well, isn't Adam Cole the way he's in because of the match with Kyle Fletcher? I feel like Kyle Fletcher has shoved him on the fucking apron. My shadow knows my story. Okay, I gotta say, like that's like
Tommaso Ciampa
coming out again. Like if you legitimately think that Tommaso Ciampa's AEW theme song is better than his NXT theme song,
oh no, like no one will survive.
Yeah, no, Tommaso Ciampa himself was just like, oh, this is the theme song I've always wanted. It's like, really, you want a fucking dumb woke retard singing my hand?
We got a legitimate question, and I wanted to legit because we know that fucking Gerard's going to say Vince or fucking John Cena, but Jacob, who is your favorite star going right now?
What? Just in AEW or WWE?
In general, all around.
He has AEW
all around.
That question says who is y'all's favorite? Oh, AEW.
AEW, MJF. I agree with MJF. All around, Killer Cross, my guy.
What about you, Gerard?
If I had to go through AEW, only because of his promos, would be MJF. But the all-around person who I want to watch, because it intrigued me when he's in the ring, Punk. I like seeing the match. I think I'm going to get a good quality match when I'm watching Punk wrestle. I did, but when you've been watching as long as I have, the quality of the matches today ain't nowhere near what we grew up watching. Because the number one killer to me is the TV shit.
So here's the thing about that. You and I, Gerard, were spoiled on generation after generation of technicians, right? Going back to the Dynamite Kid, right? Going back to fucking Magnum TA, going back to fucking Bret Hart. Yes, even going back to Chris Benoit. Fucking going back to a guy you just talked to about a couple months ago, Kurt motherfucking Angle. We were spoiled rotten with fucking.
We don't have one of those today. There is none.
Okay. So right now, if I have to be honest, I'm torn. As far as AEW, who I love to watch and who I love to see on the mic, all of you know how much I love fucking the aerial assassin. I love Will Ospreay. I think that he is amazing on the mic. I think he's amazing, and that's fine, Jacob. You can feel how you want to feel.
No, not on the injured list. We mean active wrestler.
Okay, so yeah, so as far as the other guy, and he's active, he's this, and he's come so far, and like everything about him, he drips fucking charisma. The motherfucker can go in the ring. And he's fucking shown he's main event talent, and he's another one that WWE threw away stupidly, and that's Swerve Strickland. You can't. I'm sorry, Swerve Strickland carries the swagger of fucking AEW. You're trying to push someone like Darby Allin, who I've taken bigger shits than Darby Allin.
We're talking about, like, again, Swerve Strickland. This is a guy who I discovered indie wrestling when I was about 11 years old. Now, this was during the time.
So, Jacob, this motherfucker in the Indies.
John Cena.
Okay, so Jacob, this motherfucker came out to Shaka Khan and made it cool.
Yep. So he came out like he was just about. Yeah, so it's about 2011, 2012, around that era. So this was peak John Cena, John Laurinaitis, that fucking era. And Swerve Strickland was in a little company called CZW. And he was coming out, like what Dan said, to Chaka Khan, ain't no money, like coming out with the Wire Championship. All like, he ruled. And like, that's a concept. Because again, there's another CZW Wire champion by the name of MJF around that time. So
MJF ain't the total package.
Hold on. Let me answer. Because he was directed to my comment of like an Ospreay. I think Ospreay has better. Hold on. Shut the fuck up. I think that Ospreay has decent mic skills. I love his fucking accent. I like the way he carries. Anyway, MJF uses the same fucking tired lines, and it's gotten old. He has become basically The Rock, where he uses the same fucking insults constantly. And I feel like he needs to get away and start. Look, when MJF first started, and his stuff with Cody, it was gold. When Cody reached for the microphone, he dropped it. Cody tried to pick up the microphone, he kicked it. When he fucking was having Cody belt whipped by fucking Wardlow. When all the shit he did with fucking Dallas Page, like spitting the gum in his hand and giving it to Page. When saying, I'm going to get one of your diamond daughters. Like the shit that he said was groundbreaking because it was so fucking raw. And now we're getting this watered down version of Maxwell that's just not the same for me. I know he's capable
because he doesn't have the quality to go against?
His fucking internet probably went out again. Maybe, I don't know, but this is the shit look, the closest he's come to being back to that old Maxwell was the shit he said to Jeff Jarrett. And I was like, motherfucker, hell yeah, welcome back, Maxwell.
But what I'm saying is, does he need the quality like we were talking about Monday night? MJF, I think he needs that quality in the ring against him. And he doesn't have. No, I don't think that's it. I think he lost himself, Gerard. I think when he turned it face, and that's the worst thing they could have done. They made him. Then he goes away for 6 months.
Well, no, hear me out. He was baby face with fucking Adam Cole for all that time, and he became a fan favorite. And look, let's call it like it is. Maxwell Jacob Freeman loves wrestling, right? He loves wrestling. He is a fucking wrestling fan. You can hear it in his promos. You can hear everything about him. He loves wrestling. I think he did at one point want to be a babyface, and I think he got caught up in that, and he got caught up in the whole fucking Adam Cole thing, and he's lost that edge. I love Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I love everything about him. I think he's got the total package. He just doesn't. He's not that fucking venomous piece of shit anymore.
Let me ask you this: when you watch MJF, how much Ric Flair do you see in MJF? Only on the mic.
I think he's got the potential. I don't think he's there.
Because with the scarf and stuff like that, a lot of his promo work comes across Flairish. But my problem is Flair had people that could talk to Flair. Dusty, Kerry Von Erich and stuff like that. They could talk to Flair.
Kerry couldn't talk for shit. Let's call it like it is. Kerry was great, but he couldn't talk for shit. Magnum could.
Yeah, when you have people that can back that, that's one thing. Right now, some of his promos come across like that because who he's talking to on the other side of that mic, Brody King. You think Brody King's going to cut the promo MJF's cutting? Hell no.
No, but I love Brody King. I don't like his political stances, but I like Brody King.
But you get my point on that is to make good dance partners.
Okay, so Adrian, I disagree. I disagree because all they're going to do is water. They'll never let him be him. And John, absolutely he is because and I'm not saying this to be funny. He comes off in Japan and Mexico with that Godzilla concept like he's an anomaly. He comes off like a modern day Andre. Like he's so big. That's why he's so over there. And I would be more entitled to talk about someone like fucking El Grande Americano because when he goes over there, and this is me breaking the fourth wall. Okay, this is not me joking around, Gerard. Hold on, but Ludwig Kaiser going over there as Grande Americano and learning the language and getting to the people. He's a common day fucking like what basically Eddie Guerrero and Art Barr were. They love him. Like they love fucking El Grande Americano because they know who he is. Like wrestling fans aren't stupid. Well, some of them are. What's up, Panhandle? Anyway, but they respect him because he's gone over and learned the country and learned this and learned that. Ha 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 ha.
Oh my god.
You're not gonna get a solid answer out of Gerard because he hates AEW no matter what.
I'm gonna put Kenny for the simple fact I think Kenny has the longevity over Will Ospreay.
Well, no, you say that because you watched him wrestle a fucking 9-year-old girl and you were actually impressed.
I mean legitimately, and I can't stand the the EVPs, but I will say Kenny Omega because of longevity has it over.
Have you watched Will Ospreay wrestle?
Yes.
Okay, I would argue
not enough time for Will Ospreay.
Hold on. Let me think. I'm going to say that Will Ospreay is a better wrestler. I'm going to say Will Ospreay is a better wrestler because for the time that he's been in wrestling, he's accomplished and done things that in Kenny's time, right? In Kenny's time, yes, Kenny did some amazing things. Kenny was great on the mic, and to watch him in Japan against Okada, what a fucking trip. But Will Ospreay, in the current state of wrestling, can out-wrestle Kenny now, and he could have out-wrestled Kenny then. So my personal belief is that Will Ospreay is a better wrestler than Kenny Omega.
That's the John just said, that is the Rey Mysterio versus John Bradshaw Layfield effect. Okay? To where a guy who's 175 pounds going against a guy who's 300 pounds, how does it come across as believable? That's the art of making it believable always goes on the guy who's heavier. What does he do to put over the little guy? When Big Show had to go against Floyd Mayweather, what did Big Show do?
He got punched in the face with brass knuckles. That's what he did.
Oh, good Lord. But I'm saying is, though, it was believable because of the size.
Believable. No, it was believable because Floyd Mayweather is a legitimate fucking undefeated champion. That's why he was like that. And if he legitimately lost, then yeah. It was a novelty match. That's all it
but
was.
Mayweather could have said, "Listen, in all fairness, I am only 5'6". This guy's 7 feet tall and 500 pounds. He's double everything about me, or triple.
Okay, well, like you can take someone like and I'm not trying to say this to fucking cause ruffle feathers, but Benoit was not the biggest guy in the world, but you could believe he could wrestle anybody because of the way he carried himself and his stature. Look at someone like Jacob Fatu, right? He's not the biggest guy in the world height-wise. You can see it when he's standing up against somebody. But you believe he could fucking rip someone's throat out because he carries himself that way.
The believability of the character, I sometimes believe.
Well, it's also, and that's why I will also say that there has to be something to consider about producing a program. We watched the Royal Rumble from Saudi Arabia, and we thought it was one of the greatest stages they've ever put together in years, right? We all agreed on that. Powerhouse Hobbs, walking down to that 20 by 20 ring when he's used to an 18 by 18 ring, walked into that ring, got in that ring, and looked small. He's not a small guy.
But you know, perception versus reality. When you go down and
100%, John. I agree with that. I do agree with that.
I mean, now let's go back to the guy he's talking about. AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Are we sad to see his days are over? If it's
that's a loaded question. If it's truly over, then yes. But I'm happy for him.
Well, for the reason he's over, I'm not disappointed in. Listen, he decided in his own life he wants to be a family guy for the rest of his time.
Not only that, he even said to himself, "I want to go out while I'm still on top of my game." That's a
question, Dan. That's a question. Great question. That's a great question. What's the total package for y'all? A wrestler, a bigger wrestler, or a great wrestler with mic skills?
I think a great wrestler with mic skills. I think that for me will always outweigh size. Because look, you have someone like you had the Ultimate Warrior, but he was fucking garbage in the ring.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but if you go back,
he couldn't talk on a mic either.
But you go back in the annals of time. What did he do? He had Steve Austin, great wrestler in the ring, great mic skills, not the biggest guy in the world, and look what he did with that.
It's very, very rare that you had the triple.
Okay, I'll tell you that I'll tell you someone, and you'll actually agree with me, Gerard. I'm about to shock the world right here because I'm going to bring up somebody that's going to make Gerard go, you know what, you're not wrong. He is a third-generation wrestler. His father wrestled in the AWA. His father had a tremendous fucking rivalry with one Vern fucking Gagne. He is also known as the son of the Axe. If you look at Kurt Hennig, he had the body, he had the voice, and he had the absolute talent in the ring, but was never given the opportunity. Why? I'll never know.
Well, wait a minute. Here's my question for you. Is he as good as world champion as he was as intercontinental champion?
100%. And I'll go back to another guy that you and I will agree. A guy who was smaller in stature, but carried that belt with prestige and made it mean something because he made people believe he was larger than life. He had a match with Ricky Steamboat.
Randy Savage.
Randy Savage. He brought a prestige. He brought technical skill to that world title that hadn't been there in years. And
he brought the Intercontinental title.
No. When he won the world title by beating fucking Ted DiBiase.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, I truly believe in my heart of hearts, had he not won the world title, if Macho Man had not won the world title, we would not have people like Shawn Michaels winning that belt. We would not have people like fucking Daniel Bryan winning that belt because they would have stuck with the same old shit of big men have to wear the world title.
The question I was going to ask you is, the question I'm saying is, Mr. Perfect not winning the world title, but what he did for the Intercontinental title, I think was bigger than him winning the world title because
I agree with that, but it's damn
Intercontinental title relevant.
No, it did make it relevant, but the fact is this. I go back to what we talked about earlier. William Regal should have won that world title. He should have been the first European-born champion.
Scott Hall.
Scott Hall had too many demons.
Okay.
And Scott Hall was great, but he has the fucking Jake effect. I go back, and you know this. Jake Roberts is when I was a kid was my guy. I love because Raven was my favorite wrestler of all time. Then eventually Bray Wyatt and others, but before Raven, it was Jake the Snake Roberts. I always liked the bad guys, but when he would talk, I would listen. One of my favorite promos is Gene Okerlund looks at him and says, "You're a sick man, Jake Roberts. Thank you very much."
Well, let's think about in a 4-year period, you had 3 guys that Intercontinental Champion: Macho, Perfect, and Rick Rude.
Mm-hmm.
Think about those 3 guys.
All 3 fucking like first ballot Hall of Famers, great in the ring, and they just.
And Rick Rude he did not need to say a word. He would just put what he thought about you on his tights.
But that's the thing, that we'll never see a guy like that because of the era we live in, where you have to be so.
He was the total package.
I think Rick Rude was. I think because he was that middle size too. He wasn't super big, muscular as shit. He could do athletic things off the ropes. I think he had the perfect look to be a heel. Rick Rude was your man's heel. Like, he's your father's favorite wrestler.
He would take, obviously, the picture of your wife and put it on his trunks.
Rick Rude did to his opponents what every man wanted to do to their rival. Yep. Rick Rude, what made him so great is it wasn't that he cheated. He didn't have a fucking valet that did all the fucking. He whooped your ass legitimately, and that's why you hated Rick Rude, because he could do it. He could talk shit and then whoop your ass.
I'm going to give you another name. The original Rock, Don Morocco. Because my thing with Morocco was this: he could wrestle, he could talk, okay, and he would get underneath your skin.
Okay, you're asking, Adrian, could ask all these fucking good questions. I think the Shield was great, but they're not the greatest faction for me. No. And I'm an old school guy, and I will say that the greatest faction of all time, and it's a certain iteration of it, it started with Ole and Gene, and then it started with Ole and Arn, and then Tully Blanchard and Ric Flair. But you have JJ as your mouthpiece. The Four Horsemen, by far, hands down, there would never be any of these factions you see now if it was not for the Four Horsemen. They were just that good. They were that fucking good.
To jump on that, though, I will say this: they had very good fractions to go against, and let's just say it: the Freebirds, the Von Erichs. Okay,
look, I'm a Texas native, and you know that but I'll say this: in the Freebirds and the Von Erichs, that's fucking. Look, that's the Clampetts fighting over here down south.
No, what I mean is the Four Horsemen, what made them so much better is the fact that you had these other ones to bounce off of.
No, what made them so great for me is that they were the cool guys. They were cool bad guys. You see them come out in 3-piece suits. Then you see them coming out like they made money. Like they made you want to be that. And they had the villains. They had the guys to fight with. They had Dusty. They had Magnum. They had fucking.
Now, let me ask you this, Dan: if the NWO had picked their 4th right guy instead of what they did, does the NWO, if the 4th right person had been there, would that have trumped the Four Horsemen?
I think if they would have kept the faction smaller, yes, but I know who the 4th guy should have been.
That's what I'm saying. It's
would you like to hear who I think the 4th guy should have been?
Who?
So you have War Games. You have Flair, you have Arn, you have Sting, and you have Luger, right? Instead of having a fake Sting or having that whole setup, don't bring out the fake Sting. Have the real Sting come out, but have Luger turn on him. Luger, being a guy who's been in both companies, WCW and WWF, being the 4th man, being that guy who knows the fucking lessons of Ric Flair.
I try another traitor. But I'm just saying, or the other guy that you mentioned, Sting. If Sting,
I don't think Sting would have worked. I don't think Sting would have worked because he was an NWA WCW guy, right. And I know that originally that was a plan for him, but I think ultimately it was a faction of fucking turncoats, right? It was a faction of guys that were fucking from the other side that jumped the ship, and Hogan being the anchor. And if you would have left it with those 4, I think you could have had a better run with it. But then next thing you know, because the NWO didn't want to lose, they would beat someone's ass, but then they would join. You know.
I think if they could have got the right 4th person there, in my mind, the NWO could have been better than the Four Horsemen. The original Four Horsemen will go down as the best faction ever. The ones with the Barry Windham and stuff like that joining in.
No, this is no knock at Barry. Barry was great.
No knock at Barry. I'm just saying the original 4, Tully, Arn, Ole, and Rick.
Tully Blanchard does not get the fucking credit he deserves, right? Tully Blanchard was like literally he was the chaos. He was the madman in that group. And like I love the slingshot suplex. I thought that was a class move. That was the jackhammer before the fucking jackhammer. Let's just call it like it is. That slingshot suplex was sexy.
Well, he did say the best trio though. Now you got to go by best trio. The Shield doesn't even match up to the Freebirds.
Jacob just said Tully sucks.
Yeah, but you know the Shield doesn't even match the Freebirds, so I wouldn't even go trio.
I mean, I'm kind of offended because you guys are talking about the Freebirds, the Shield, the ABC.
If you fucking say 3MB,
and we're not even talking about the greatest trio of all time, 3-man. One band. Heath Slater, he was. Some say he was the leader, but like every good front man needs a good songwriter. So I feel like Heath Slater was the.
Hold on, I got. We got 4 minutes before we're gonna probably cut the show, but I do want to say something. I like this time slot. I like this fucking time slot. Well,
I mean, I like a bunch of time sluts now.
Gerard, what do you think about the Saturday? What do you think about the Saturday time slot?
I like Saturdays. Saturday nights, main event.
We have to talk about.
No. I feel like look. In all the episodes we've done, the Saturday shows have gone so much smoother, and we still can go on and do shit the rest of the day.
The time slot, I'm not sure about the
day. The day. What about the day?
The day. Going from Saturdays instead of Sundays, I have no problem with.
Maybe not at 4. Maybe not at 4 Central every fucking time, but I like the Saturday time slot.
I do apologize for dropping out. My Wi-Fi is apparently.
The Bellas are dropping their booties on his fucking internet connection.
Yeah, I don't know. I have like some type of weird Wi-Fi where like something drops out and like I would open the I'm able to join on my phone, but my audio is really choppy on my phone. I don't want to do that to all the great listeners out there. I don't want to.
And for y'all, all those new people that have come in today, thank y'all, and I appreciate y'all coming in. Again, we don't claim to be fucking reporters. We don't claim to be fucking Meltzler or fucking who's the other dipshit that you don't like, Gerard?
Which one?
Just name them off. We don't claim to be those. We don't claim to be those dickheads. We also don't live in the fucking panhandle. Go fuck yourself. But what I'm saying is, we come on, we do a fucking program. We fucking talk about something that we've all grown up with. We all fucking love to some regard. I'm a fucking wrestling fan, dude. Like when I was younger, the earliest memories I had was my old man fucking taking me to the fucking sportatorium. All right, it is what it is. I love fucking wrestling, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm a fucking mark, and that's why the name of the show is fucking Marks. So for all you new people that have showed up, I appreciate y'all coming in.
Hey, Dan, just so you know, though, next Saturday night we cannot do it.
Why?
It's Valentine's Day. I'm pretty sure you and your wife are going to want to do something next Saturday night, just like me and my wife are going to want to do something.
I'm going to be doing a show.
You have responsibilities, sir.
So don't you.
You have responsibilities to be on this show. No. Me and Jacob will be here.
Yeah,
Saturday.
Yeah. Let me know how that works out for you. Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I'll be doing the Scram podcast on my channel.
He'll be
Mark spelled backwards.
Show.
Leland, you keep your whore mouth out of this.
So
fuck Patriots.
We normally do Sunday nights. Today was a special thing because it's tomorrow's Super Bowl, and I would love to do next Saturday again, but because it is Valentine's Day and we're both married men here.
That's why, Adrian. So what I'll say is next week we'll do it Sunday, but our new fucking time slot is going to be fucking on Saturdays.
Yeah. Yep. 2 weeks from now, the 21st, we'll go to Saturday.
Episode 61 will be on fucking Saturday.
They just changed. You can't just change up the days of the show.
All of you Marks have been listening to the Marks Podcast on YouTube.